So we have heard of other immigration detention facilities with colorful and controversial nicknames. There is, of course, Alligator Alcatraz in Florida. Well, today, Senator John Cornyn unveiled his nickname for the new facility here at Fort Bliss, and he is calling it the Lone Star Lockup. Now, officially, the name here for the facility is Camp East Montana. It's expected to house up to 1,000 detainees when it officially opens next week. According to ICE, they've already started to accept a small number of detainees in preparation for the ramp up next week. Today, Cornyn did not go inside that new facility. He only toured the outside. Importantly, he said this new facility will not house families or children. He said it will be exclusively single adult men and women with pending deportation orders and people who have already exhausted every other legal proceeding.
I think it's really important for people to understand we're not talking about gardeners, housekeepers, or people like that. We're talking about as many as 291,000 individuals who are called criminal aliens, who are people either with criminal charges pending or criminal convictions, and who have exhausted all of their legal remedies. In other words, there's no due process issue involved here. These are people who basically didn't show up. These are humane, safe facilities, and in many instances, a vast improvement over what many of these folks are used to.
You'll remember, as part of the so-called Big Beautiful Bill, Congress allocated up to $175 billion for the Department of Homeland Security and ICE to build these kinds of immigration detention facilities. According to the latest numbers from ICE, there are currently more than 56,000 people in ICE custody. That's up from an average of about 20,000 during the Biden administration. And Cornyn says he welcomes the construction of more facilities. Again, Senator Cornyn did not go inside the facility, but he said he does plan to return once it's fully operational, which again is expected to happen next week. Reporting from Fort Bliss, I'm Robert Olguin.
Meantime, El Paso County leaders are voicing their opposition to the detention facility. Today, county commissioners unanimously approved a resolution demanding transparency on things like staffing and treatment of the detainees at Fort Bliss. Now, it's important to note that this is a symbolic move, but through this resolution, county leaders are denouncing the use of military installations for mass civil detention, as well as access for local leaders like Commissioner Jackie Butler, who oversees East El Paso, including the Fort Bliss area.
It's in our backyard, and I want to make sure that what happens in our backyard is a reflection of our community and our values as much as possible. I do not want a camp that's named after the middle school that I went to be a reflection of our community and our values.
Well, the county says it'll demand formal briefings with ICE, DHS, and Fort Bliss leadership within 30 days. We contacted ICE last week about these concerns. It directed us to a previous statement stating the facility is being carried out with contracted support and up to ICE detention standards. Now, let's take a look back really quickly to what our local reps have said so far. Congresswoman Veronica Escobar first confirmed the detention center was housing migrants on August 5th. She told us the facility received migrants at the beginning of the month. According to her ICE, the facility is initially set to house up to 1,000 migrants as early as August 17th. But right now it seems that no one is sure of a number, with Republican congressmen saying this yesterday.
Some other details, there's already over 100,000 illegal aliens in that facility. By the end of the week, I expect that number will raise up to over 1,000, and then in the coming weeks, it will raise to several thousand.
But Gonzalez did misspeak. Numbers of people in the facility now are not clear, but the Department of Homeland Security does say the contractor will be adding 250 beds a week until a capacity of 3,000 is reached. The facility has plans to expand to the capacity of up to 5,000.